Good morning. Boker Tov. How are you? It's Tuesday. You know what that means. It's Torah Tuesday. Yay. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I like it. So get over it. Shemot. We are entering the book of Shemot. Yay. That's Exodus, by the way. The book of Exodus. The story of how we became us. Yep, that's it. We meet Moses and all those cool people. Pharaoh and all those iggy people, but Moses, we get to meet Moses. And we just left what? Genesis. Okay? Now, Joseph, we left. Jacob died, right? Joseph ships him back to the land of Canaan to be buried with his forefathers, as he promised. And then Joseph dies, and he's what? He too, after he has a Egyptian burial, he's shipped over to the land of Canaan also. Okay? Now, remember, Joseph considered himself an Egyptian after the betrayal and all that stuff. Most of his life in Egypt. Okay? He was actually part of the court, Pharaoh's court. So why is that important? Well, it's a couple of generations later, and a bunch of Hebrews, Israelites, who were known as Hebrews at this point, are still there. They're living in, and there's a lot of us, hundreds of thousands, are living in Egypt. Okay? Now, here's the deal. A new Pharaoh comes, a new king, a new Pharaoh, who doesn't know from Joseph. Okay? I don't know how, but that's okay. He doesn't know about Joseph. So he sees all these Hebrews and goes, hey, you know what? They're all by themselves. They keep to themselves. They have their own practices. They don't believe in our gods. I'm scared. Well, he doesn't say that because he's Pharaoh, because they don't get scared. Or they don't show it. Okay? And he says, I don't trust these people. Let's enslave them. I got pyramids to build anyway. Let's enslave them, and we'll keep them under our thumb. Okay? So that's what Pharaoh does. Enter Shemot, enter Exodus. Okay? So one of the decrees, he says, not only am I going to enslave him, but every firstborn male child we're going to kill. Okay? Now this becomes important, because it'll become important in a couple of weeks when we do the plagues. Okay? First male child, Hebrew male child, is going to be killed. So Moses' parents, they're not having this, okay? Moses' mother takes him and hides him, little baby Moses, okay? Sorry. Little baby Moses. And he puts him in a basket, a waterproof basket so that it can float. Puts him in the Nile. Takes Moses' sister, his big sister, she's grown, but she's almost grown by now, okay? Probably a teenager. And she says, put this basket in the Nile, float it down so hopefully somebody in Pharaoh's court will find it and adopt him, but you go along with him at a safe distance so that you can be the handmaiden, so you can take care of him, like a nanny, okay? That's what she does. That's what they do. They put him in the bed, away they go, okay? Pharaoh's daughter is doing the laundry, bathing herself, doing what they do at the river, her and her court there, and she finds the baby. Of course, she falls in love, and she adopts the baby. And the baby comes along with the sister, who becomes the nanny. Okay? We got it? Now, he grows up into a big Egyptian. Remember, he doesn't know any different, right? Moses grows up into an Egyptian. Now, the name Moses is Egyptian. Moshe is Hebrew, right? Moshe and Moses aren't, you can't just interchange them, okay? Moses is actually an Egyptian name. Okay, Moshe is his Hebrew name, but he doesn't know from that, okay? He only knows himself as Moses, and that means from out of the water, by is why he's named Moses. So he grows up. He's like a teenager himself. He's a young adult, and he sees a taskmaster whipping one of the slaves, and something's just wrong with that. And he goes to hold his hand, and they scuffle. The taskmaster falls. He hits his head, and he dies. Moses freaks out, and instead of doing it, just runs away. Runs into the wilderness. And then the next thing we know, he's married. He's having a great life as a shepherd, and he's a young man. Life is good. Actually, he's probably middle-aged by this point. Okay? Life is good. He's had a life. He's got a wife. He's got kids. Life is just great. He's forgotten what's in the past, and that's what's going on. Okay? So, the part I care about, that I want to make a big deal out of, I'm going to get a trusty piece of paper here. Put this away. Now, the famous burning bush incident. Okay? He's looking for a stray sheep, lamb, I think. Okay? And he's looking for strays, and he comes upon a bush. The bush is burning, but it doesn't consume itself. It's just burning. He's never seen anything like that. Nobody's ever seen anything like that. Okay? It's a bush that's burning, but it's not burning. And it doesn't make sense to him. There's fire coming out of it, but he's not burning. And he's like, what is this? And then all of a sudden he hears a voice, take off your shoes because you're on holy ground. Say what? Okay, where did that voice come from? Big booming voice. Okay. He's just been recruited by God to save the Hebrew people, take us out of Egypt, and make us Jewish people, the Jewish nation. And he goes, say what? Me? Who? What? I'm an Egyptian. What are you talking about? Who are these people? I don't even know these people. Okay? Now here's the important part. After he's recruited, and Moses is still going, no, I'm not doing this. And God says, no, you are doing this. He really hasn't. Remember, Abraham, if you will, I will make you as big as the stars and the constellations in the sky. I will give you riches. I will give you people beyond your dreams. Right? Our first patriarch. We get to Moses, and it's like, you're going to do this. And Moses says, but I don't want to do this. And God says, I didn't ask what you wanted. I'm telling you, you're going to do this. No more excuses. You're going to do this. And so his last resort is, and Moses said, and no, that's not the quote yet. Moses asked God, he says, why will they follow me? Who are these people, and why will they know me? Okay, in other words, he's not an insider, he's an outsider. Those people, okay? Not our people, my people, those people. He's an Egyptian, he's a happy boy, okay? And God said to Moses, I am that I am. And he said, thus shall you say to the people of Israel, I am has sent me to you. That's pretty heavy. We'll get into what it means in a second, okay? Moses is just blown over. He's like, what? No more excuses. Time to go, okay? When God tells Moses what he will tell the children of Israel and lead them out of Egypt, Moses asks, what name shall I use? Okay, and this is where I am that I am, okay? First of all, why would Moses ask such a thing? Okay, well, we just explained to him because he's Egyptian. He doesn't know any different, right? The children of Israel have lived in Egypt so long that they only knew the names of the Egyptian gods. They didn't know Adonai. They didn't know our God. They didn't know, okay? Now, this is a pivotal point in the Torah, because God answers Moses what? I am that I am. What does I am that I am mean? If I said that to you, what you would say? Huh? Right? Okay. Here's what we got. Rabbi Gunther Plott has translated this into, I will be what tomorrow demands. God is telling Moses that he is ready to respond to the human need. Now, this is cool. Why do I cite this? Obviously, I agree with it. Okay? I will be what tomorrow demands, which means I will grow with my people. I will adapt and change to accommodate and my people, my followers, you, okay, my followers. In other words, he's not static. This is very important. Okay, up until now, God has been very, very static. Okay, he's been very, this is it, this is who I am, this is what I want to do. Okay, especially with our patriarchs. Okay, but now he's saying, look, I'm not just the little old guy sitting on a throne in heaven with staff with a big long beard. That's not who I am. Okay, I'm more like you than you think. Okay, well, you're more like me than you think. Kind of, actually, if you think about it. Okay, I can change. You can change. I can change. You adapt. I can adapt. Isn't that interesting? Okay. The children of Israel are meeting the God of their future, and God is identifying Moses as his prophet in Shemot. This is the first time and the last God calls himself Aye Asher Ayehe. I am who I am. This shows us how important Moses' relationship with God is. God will speak and share with Moses unlike any other person. Moses, you'll see as we go into Exodus, argues with God. He has conversations. When he gets the Ten Commandments, when he goes up for 30 days, when he goes up on Sinai, he has a conversation with God. Nobody in the Bible, and nobody in the Torah does that. It's never happened before, and it won't happen again. Okay? He's got a special relationship. It's really cool. God will speak and share. Yeah, we already did that. Starting with this parsha, Shemot, the children of Israel are introduced to the God of their future. Together they will evolve and test each other and learn to trust each other. You see, it's becoming a relationship. It's no longer, I'm here, here's God, we're here, the subjects. It's not feudal anymore. It's not like a king and his subjects. Okay? It's becoming a relationship. That's what differentiates us from all the other religions. We have a personal relationship with God. Right? Okay? We have a relationship. We decide how far to go. We decide what to do. We decide how to approach God. And God answers us. God, okay? Stay with me here, okay? Now, how do we relate to that today, okay? Are we looking for burning bushes? Some people are. Are we looking for lightning bolts? Well, actually, that's Zeus, but yeah, a lot of people are, okay? Think about it. We have a relationship, okay? When we pray, okay? When we ask, when we have a relationship, when we do our simchas, when we do all that good stuff, okay? We have a relationship. We're no longer, like they were back in the day, subjects, okay? That's where tikkun olam comes from, repair of the world, okay? We're not supposed to just blindly believe. We're supposed to take care of the world. We're supposed to be active. We're actively believers. We're active in God's world. Okay? So, isn't that what we experience today in the world? Okay? Don't we still test? Yeah, we sure do. Question and reevaluate our relationship with God every day. I know I do. I know most people do, right? Does anybody blindly trust anymore and blindly follow? No. We don't have that kind of relationship. We've matured, we've grown past blind obedience. Okay? I hope that explains something. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed this. Questions? Of course, give me questions. I love seeing you go across the screen there. Hi, guys. So email me, text me, message me, whatever. I love getting your questions. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Until next week, next Tuesday, will be Torah Tuesday. Okay? Have yourselves a great week, a great Shabbat, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Peace out.